All right, so I wanted to hop on here this morning because I logged on to COMC to put in my new items that were added to my account, and I noticed something was a little different. That there is a new charge, another increase in pricing from COMC, and that is the shipping and handling charge going from 25 cents to 50 cents. Over on eBay within the last couple of days, I actually noticed this as well because I actually ran an auction on an item that there's no way it sells because their standard envelope shipping for COMC auctions now is $4.99 to cover their fees and to cover everything. Some of the things COMC is doing right now is not what they should be doing. The sales on COMC have started to tank over the last couple of months since all this stuff, and they are now going in the wrong direction. This is absolutely kind of a turning point for me. I was actually starting to feel a little optimistic, and then I saw the standard shipments getting bumped up to 65 cents a card. I'm like, okay, and then once I realized they are so behind that after you get your 20% discount, they're charging you 52 cents a card. And that's on 90% of your shipments that are going through standard. Now, you are waiting more than 16 weeks, but the price is still pretty much the same. And when it's cards that don't really matter, like some of the stuff on screen now, at the end of the day, it just doesn't matter. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter the extra 2 cents. And if you do have a decent amount of your batch that does go with the 65 cent rate, and you're not getting that 20%, discount because it's not late, hey man, those cards are getting your account earlier than they probably would have. So you have to look at it from that angle. But this is different. So the cost that we were paying to put the cards on the site, being 52 cents or 65 cents or $1 if using select. Fresh pools is still technically 50 cents right now. That is absolutely the way to go, or it was the way to go. Now I simply don't know. COMC was somewhere where I was sending all of my cards that were between, 50 cents and $1. Some cards I've sent them just to fluff up my account. Some cards turn out to be better than $1. Some cards turn out to be 10 or 15 bucks every once in a while, and I didn't know that. And that's great and all. But on the majority of the low end stuff, it's just like this new charge makes it pretty much impossible for for me to really make anything. I really do think now this is probably the end of COMC. COMC is a service that we use for our low end. And it is to the point where now the majority of my items are pretty much locked in COMC. They're going to just stay at COMC. I'm not going to pay to get them shipped back. I'm not going to pay 50 cents a card. I have stuff from ePack that is sitting in here. It was from a trade on ePack. I had a couple cards from the Halo TV series a guy wanted. He traded me all of his Halo Legacy Collection bulk. And I'm not going to pay 50 cents a card to get that shipped to me. I would love to have it shipped to me, but there's no way. If we go into the not for sale here, this is the card that I have on auction right now that it might have a bid. I don't know, but you can see here's the old shipping and handling charge, right? And it's like, here's all these where every single one of these cards now that were just being stored in ePack for free, I'm now going to have to pay 50 cents a card to get them to me. It was like 100 and some card trade. I literally just requested a shipment, which I don't even think was shipped. It was supposed to be shipped yesterday under the Rush service. I've literally paid for Rush for $18 to ship 7 cards. Let me see if it's ready or not. All right, so that did actually get shipped out yesterday on the date that they said it would get shipped. So that's at least a step in the right direction. But dude, this new shipping and handling charge, it has now completely raised. It has raised my floor price on all of my cards to like $1.20 or something. Let's go to my port. So I sort of buy, like, what is even going on with this Drew Brees? Why is this 92 cents now? I don't understand. How is there a 25-cent shipping charge on this when I literally purchased it on COMC? You can see it. It says it right here. How is there a new fucking shipping charge? I don't get it, bro. But is there not one on this? No, there's one on this one too. Dude, I mean, what the fuck are we doing, COMC? You can see this is all still stuck on old pricing. All of it. We click on this. This is the new price floor for my entire COMC account. $1.22 when the sale's running. $1.25 is the new floor. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking to yourself, okay, you know, how does 25 cents make that big of a difference? When it comes to COMC, it makes all the difference in the world. A lot of my cards are priced at a floor that I set. It is the floor where you do not get charged a fee on COMC for storage, and it made it a nice even round number at $1 when I'm not running a sale. And that is gone. But I want to show you something. So, like, this card right here, I have this card at $1. This might even be a bad manning to do it on. There's plenty of cards out here that just were not worth it. Let's do the checklist. Search all sellers. I mean, you can see there's guys out here that are selling these cards for 60 cents. That means this guy's getting 13 cents for this card. Joe is Hit Show. Joe is getting 13 cents for this Derek Jeter. That's not counting his fee, which is like 5%. So let's say he's getting 12 cents. And then there's a cash out fee of 10%, which brings him down to like 10 cents. And that doesn't even count the cost of him putting it in his account. Maybe he bought it from somebody. But if this, like, the 4 that I put in, I thought they would be sneaky. I thought they'd be better. Nope. Not even close, dude. So, like, you can see the price difference and how far down the totem pole I am. I'm not even on the first page. So I don't really even know what to say. I mean, only 7 of these have sold in the last 4 years. I'll keep it a buck. There is no point in sending stuff to COMC anymore. Not low end. There's just no point. As for what's sitting in my port right now, I don't know. I was actually really kind of enjoying building my port. So, like, if we look here, I'm up to almost 3,000 cards in my port, and I got probably another, like, 1,000 or so pending. You know, it's just, at this point, COMC is just going to sit. And once I go ahead and, you know, get these other cards in there, I might just cash it, you know, which is really sad because a lot of our 2026 business plan was kind of built around COMC and continuing to leverage it to get over 10,000 cards in COMC. Once we kind of figured things out a little more here, and there doesn't seem to be any figuring it out at this point. It seems to kind of be a lost cause, and raising the price for, like, one thing that I commonly buy is Halo Legacy Collection. And hopefully this doesn't snap to my items. It might. Okay, it doesn't. So this has just raised the prices on all of Halo Legacy Collection massively. A lot of these cards you could get for 26 cents, and every single card is now up to, you know, 50 cents. It is. There's a couple out here somehow if they haven't changed. No, they've all changed already. This is not good. This ruined it for me, man. This, I know, like, out of all the fees that this platform gives you, I mean, I've never seen a platform with so many fees and hidden cost everywhere. This, for me, was the nail in the coffin. Not any other fee that I pay. Even when they raised it to 65 cents a card, I was like, whatever, I don't care. Every other fee I'm okay with. This one, I'm actually not okay with. This one is that nail in the coffin. So I want to see if they have a press release on this. Important update on shipping and service improvements. Yeah, well, they have a press release on it. Let's check it out. I haven't looked yet. So it actually took me to the wrong article. This is the correct article as of March 12th, I believe. So, Vanessa Williams, Senior Vice President of People and Operations, I believe that is the same exact that put the last post out. So recently we shared an update with the COMC community about the operational and customer service improvements already in motion. In that message, we try to be clear and direct about where we've fallen short, especially around fulfillment timelines and response times. And we committed to fixing the underlying issues instead of applying temporary patches. Today, I want to continue that conversation. I'd like to share more about the changes we have already made, the next steps we are taking to make COMC stronger and more reliable for the long term. Here's where we're standing and what we're doing next. Faster, clearer, and more proactive. I'm just not in the mood for this fucking. I'm not in the mood for this fucking bullshit that I'm about to read. Customer service hasn't been where it needs to be. I'm just gonna kind of skim through this, honestly, because I don't really care about their tickets. You know, they literally just canceled every single person's ticket. At the same time, we reduced our open ticket backlog by more than 65%. Yeah, because you closed all of them without responding to them. What? Like, huh? No, you actually reduced your open ticket backlog by 100%. And all the people just opened new tickets. That is what happened. This is a blatant fucking lie, actually. I could show you my email. I'm not gonna, but because I don't want to pull up my fucking email and do all that and search for the email. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I got like 3 different emails about other tickets that I'd submitted years ago before I even started doing COMC again. Yeah. Okay. Continuing on. You know, they're doing same day response by 75%. Okay, fantastic. I'm happy for you. Improved customer service. You know, this isn't really what I want to see. Operations, more resources, smarter execution. We've made 2 immediate shifts in operations. Smarter retrieval and more people on the floor. First, we increased the size of our retrieval passes through the warehouse, reducing wasted movement and increasing throughput in a meaningful way. If you try to make people be too much like robots, that's going to backfire on you. Second, we consolidated our operations into a single location and brought teams closer together with an increased headcount in our fulfillment center. In addition, we hired over 20 people this year. Processes improvements only go so far without the team to support them. So you hired 20 people this year. That's fantastic. Assuming you are still talking about 2026, how many did you lay off? That's the question. As a part of this consolidation, our Redmond location is no longer accepting incoming submissions. As a reminder, all mailbox submissions must be sent to the new address, as we're no longer accepting submissions in Redmond. We're already seeing positive early results as a result of this consolidation. We need to work on that a little, that phrasing there. In February, overall shipping volume increased nearly 25% compared to levels late last year, and several recent days have shipped more than 130% of our previous baseline. Okay. Grading submissions are paused. Okay. I don't really care about that. Here is the meat and potatoes, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most important thing we're going to read here. Per item shipping and handling fee update. Effective immediately, we are adjusting our per item shipping and handling fee as follows. Standard trading cards, 50 cents is the new fee. Top loaded and jumbo cards are now $1. Graded cards bumping up to $2. We understand that fee changes are never welcome news. This decision was made carefully and with a long-term view in mind. You're out of your fucking mind. Sure. You know what? You know what? Let me say something on this. Sure, your long-term view of all the new customers you think you're going to get, all the new people who've never used COMC before, the only reason you are around right now is because of the people who stuck through it. And how do you reward them? By focusing on the long term, the new blood that's going to come in the door and give you all new money. Nah, man. What you have essentially stopped focusing on your old long term, which is how many years you've been in operations. I mean, you've essentially stopped focusing on your old long term. You made this new little thing, this new commitment, and you wanted to wipe the slate clean. So all of us just get thrown into the trash. And now it's like, oh, we're not really focused on the short term and what happens with all these other people. Let's just focus on the new people we're going to try and get to use COMC. Newsflash, this shit is already... The ice was so thin. Dude, I'm telling you, there's gonna be so many people that leave. We're gonna head to Reddit. We're gonna head to Reddit here in a second. We're gonna see what the people on the COMC Reddit are saying. If they're not saying anything, I'll say something. I'll just tank my fucking karma that I don't give a fuck about on Reddit, because Reddit is the most brainwashed place to be. But yeah, we'll go to Reddit. We'll see what they're saying. Maybe we'll check Twitter as well. In an industry where shipping costs are often hidden inside higher item prices, we choose transparency. Okay, I don't even like. In an industry where shipping costs are often hidden inside higher item prices. Buddy, a lot of your cards are already a cent. Us paying you 25 cents a card, and not to mention, okay, what? Dude, is this lady insane? They're not the ones pricing the items. They charge a flat rate for shipping. It's like $8, bro. What do you mean the shipping costs are hidden inside the items? They are not. Not on COMC. I must be Delulu. I must be Delulu because I'm missing something. I'm missing something. We show our fees clearly instead of burying them. That is not true. You do not show fees nearly clear enough anymore. It is not clear enough. If you want to show your fees clearly, when somebody signs up to COMC, if they want to be a seller, you should have an entire fee structure layout of every single thing you charge for. And for the buyers, if you want to have your fees be transparent, you should show them that you're going to charge. If they want to get a really nice card off of COMC and have it shipped in a top loader, you should probably tell them it's going to cost them $1 now. For a fucking top loader? Are you kidding me? Dude, COMC's lost their goddamn mind. I'm out. I'm actually out. You know, I have an entire 5-row literally labeled COMC, and I have at least another 12 to 1,300 cards that are actually ready to be shipped, and I have not shipped these cards because I've been kind of waiting to see the fallout from this. I am like 4 months behind on what I wanted to get out. I'm good. I am good. For many years, this has been a loss leader to keep prices low. Over time, that limited our ability to reinvest at the level required to support growth and service improvements. I'll be honest, man. I'll be honest, with the amount of fees you guys have, there's no way there's something going wrong financially. Yeah, sure. Something's going wrong here. I'll be honest. There's no way you're hiring 20 more people in a giant, insane minimum wage state. The fact that you're gonna move your one, like, dude, just move to fucking Texas or something. Like, you gotta innovate here. You know, we gotta think bigger. I understand it's a really big logistical issue to move like 42 million cards, but I don't know. I don't know. This change helps ensure we can continue building those capabilities while staying transparent about cost. What to expect during the transition? Temporary mismatch in the fee. Yeah, no shit. We see it. Trust me, champ. We see it. A small thank you. Free seller promotions. Yeah, thanks, champ. Christ. I will say. Okay, so they're not even gonna give you the historical pricing after April 6th. I was gonna say the new site update showing you the pricing on cards was actually nice, and they're only giving it to you for 30 weeks. Oh my god, COMC. Let's check Reddit, shall we? Alright, so we are on the lovely Reddit, and there is only one singular post about it and a few replies here. So I definitely think Twitter is going to be where we want to check, but we will take a look here. So price history, recent sales now showing along with price increase. So this is Die Hard Fan 24 posted. Anyone notice the recent sales are now showing up on listings today? Also noticed a ton of cards on my want list went up 25 cents each with no announcement from COMC yet. I first thought it was sellers increasing their prices, but as I see it, more and more listings get updated with higher prices. I'm concerned it's an automatic price hike from COMC. So this guy was actually on it before that press release went live. And like I said, I logged on today and I noticed it immediately. And then the rest here. I think the price raise is the interface just catching up for them doubling shipping per card a few weeks ago. This is actually incorrect. Unless this shipping update was this. which I don't remember reading that. So here's your answer. That's what we just read. And then he replied, thanks. So it's the worst of both. The price increase is permanent, and the sales data is only around for a few weeks. Literally exactly what I said. Let me tell you something. If that sales data was now permanently available to us on every single card across every single listing, that's actually, that would have been nice. But only giving it to us for 3 weeks is such a fuck you. I mean, it is just like, hey, here's something that should already be free, but we're making you have to. I think you get like points, history points is what they're called, for doing certain shit. Now we're gonna give you this for 3 weeks. It should already be free, but it's not, and then we're gonna make you, do whatever you got to do for it. Whatever. Captain Party Mix said, I sometimes forget to log in, and then all the prices are higher. And then we have Get Nick 80. I don't understand why the sales history isn't permanent. It doesn't have to be for everyone either, especially if a customer doesn't have a COMC account. Here's a few brainstorming ideas for this. One option is that you have to meet certain thresholds. This could be submissions, listings, sales, purchase, whatever. For example, maybe you have to have a lifetime submission of 1,000 cards, or maybe only have 100 active listings. Another idea is to roll it into the suggested price subscription fee. Doubt anybody is paying 100 years for that, and I wouldn't pay more if they combine them and just raise the price. In my honest opinion, this feature should be some sort of reward for remaining a COMC user during the troubled times, or as a bribe to cover for the bad customer support. I do value it a lot. Bro, I mean, almost spot on. I wouldn't have worded it like that. But yeah, I mean, we literally talked about that in the beginning, or middle of the video. Like, it just feels like a giant fuck you to all of us who stuck through it. I literally said that. Like, I literally said almost identically to that, like, it just feels like they want this new wave of a customer base. Like, no, that's not who you focus on. You don't focus on the new guys. You focus on your loyal customer base. Like, dude, if I am in to the point where I'm out, that is like, I value the amount of time I save with COMC, but this change, I'm not gonna send you guys all my LeBrons and all my Lucas when I can put them in my physical location in my dollar boxes and sell them that way and now make more. I will now make more at my physical location. And anybody who's like, oh, I don't have a physical location, I don't have a way to sell like that. Dude, you can go to a fucking flea market and set up for like $20. Most flea markets you can set up for $20 and put a 5-row box out, put $1 a car on the front. And dude, if there's a single soul that is into cards whatsoever, that has a whatnot stream or anything, they will buy every single LeBron, Curry, Luka, might even buy your Giannis, especially if it's anything chromium. Like, they'll buy it. People on Whatnot, it's one of the biggest scams on the fucking planet. I've said it before, but let's go to Twitter. I have to know. All right, let's travel into the Valley of the Shadow of Death and see what people are saying about COMC. We are in the latest order. Obviously, not everybody is going to be tapped into this news right away. Car purchasers involved here, so we'll see where he's at in this list. Let's see what this post was. COMC just doubled their per card shipping and handlings on their orders. Yesterday, my 500 card shipment request would cost me $145, and today it cost $270, and they're now charging $5 for the ESC on their eBay store too, which I also already knew and mentioned as well. So let's scroll a little bit. Kind of accurate at this point. COMC new fees. Serious question for the hobby. Why do collectors keep rewarding pay more, wait longer? Let's apparently I haven't read this yet, so hopefully nobody says anything weird where I just read only the start of it and kind of get the vibe right away. Apparently COMC decided that there wasn't enough things that was slow with processing shipments, cars adding to inventory, and email. Let's include adding funds to your account. Oh, all right, didn't really go the way that I was hoping. Absolutely tone deaf. Absolutely right. I mean, I honestly don't disagree. Like, if you send your cards in and there's an agreement on how much it'll cost to retrieve them, I mean, yeah, the effective immediately thing is insane. Yeah, man. I mean, you can see here's a 12-hour. Dude, check out my deals. Was COMC deals? He was on that shit right away. Yeah, I mean, exact like Magic Rossi right here, dude. It's literally spot on. Just insane. It applies retrospectively after purchase is so unethical. This is pretty much the final straw. I was a super user, but I will basically be a former user. I mean, dude, that is spot on, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say about COMC. They're not reading the room. One second. I need to push back the video I had planned for today. I mean, I just pushed back the video because I want to upload this literally right now. As soon as I'm done recording it for you guys here. This is kind of where I'm gonna wrap it up, man. I'm out. I'm actually done. I am. This is 100% the like. I'm not trying to be any way for the video. I only, what is this channel have? 20 subscribers, 27 subscribers. Like I'm not talking to anybody. This video will most likely get less than 5 views. So I'm not trying to like hype it up or be how these content creators are, how fake they are sometimes, and try and be like over enthusiastic about stuff and just give you like a load of shit to your face. No, I don't care if this video gets 1 view. I don't care if this video gets 1 million views. If I went super mega viral in the hobby today, I don't care which way it goes. The new COMC pricing is exactly as some of the other people have put it. It is tone deaf. It literally, pretty much, in my opinion, it just killed it for me. I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is. COMC is supposed to be a place where we can sell our cheap cards. We already pay fees out the ass. And I don't know. I've already said what I need to say. There's no point in just beating a dead horse, unless you're COMC. But I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm going to. Like I said, I have an entire area of my office here for the sports car business. An entire area is dedicated to COMC. I am. I'm gonna. As soon as I'm done with our shipping today, which the only reason I literally took a 5-minute break from doing our eBay shipping. I hopped on COMC to put some new prices in. I was changing around the YouTube video. I was just watching. I just watched Jabs open his stupid Bowman's Best or whatever, and switching the YouTube video over. I was like, all right, let's take 5, switch a different YouTube video on, and it's like let's type in the new pricing on COMC, or can't even fucking speak right. Let's type in my new inventory. Let's type in prices, and I see this 50-cent thing, and I was just like, no fucking way, no fucking way. Yeah, it's like COMC literally wants you to send them your best shit. Like, you need to send the best names, the best parallels, low numbered shit. And it's like, why would I do that when I could just do it myself and put it on eBay? Like, yeah, there's going to be people who are like, I don't give a fuck. Just, I want it gone. I want it out of the house. It's like, I don't know. I have the resources available to me where it just doesn't make sense anymore. I can sell them my physical location. I'm super close with all the card shops in the area. If I really want to liquidate a box like that, I sell it for a quarter card. It's probably what I'm making after I pay the 65-cent shipping and every other cash out fee, everything else. I'm probably making more that way anyway. I'm just gonna quit the rant, ladies and gentlemen. If you agree with this change, I don't know what to tell you. I hope you get your cards faster. Enjoy paying more for the same fucking service that you would have had 12 hours ago. Double. I don't know. I don't know. I think COMC needs a new CEO. And I know it was like the vice president or whatever. And I don't even think, what was his name? Tim? I don't even know if that guy's a CEO anymore. Whoever he's got, that Williams person, whatever, I don't know. They need to go. I don't like it anymore. I'm out. And I'm not even trying to be, for the camera or anything. Like, no, I'm done.